Today we're going to be doing some special event makeup. So I'm going to do at least a medium to a full coverage. But let's talk before we get started. If you have a special event coming up, a lot of hair and makeup is planning. So work on your hairstyle a couple of times. Get it the way you like it. Film yourself if you have to see what you did. Yes, I'm OCD. And then a couple of days, at least the night before, either wash your brushes in a good soap. This is Seint soap. If you're going to do it the night before, do a good deep cleanser. If you're going to do it the day of, get a condition, sanitize, and your brushes will be ready to go. You want to start with clean brushes. Give your makeup the best shot you can. Load your palette with the makeup you're going to put on so you can pop it in your bag. All the way down to setting powder. All right? Think about that. Hi, my name's Brenda and I help people with wrinkles learn to enjoy their makeup again. Today we're going to work on event makeup. First thing I'm going to do is color correct. Watch this little nose just disappear. If you have oily skin, consider using a primer and be sure you try the primer with your makeup before you do it so you'll know how they work together. I'm working on redness. I'm using Seint makeup, all Seint makeup today. Imagine that. It's cream makeup and I find it is absolutely a game changer for mature skin. And give yourself plenty of time. Don't rush your makeup on this day. The next thing I'm going to do is contour. Don't be afraid to contour. Contour is going to give you beautiful shadows where shadows should be. It's going to sculpt and lift your face and give you a definition. If you haven't seen Seint makeup applied before, we're going to blend these colors together, so don't panic. Every project has an ugly duckling stage. And then I'm using the detail brush. I'm going to use the very end of this and do my nose. I'm contoured. We may come back to this later. And now I'm going to grab my 3D brush and work on my brightening highlight color. Here you want to brighten up the center of your face, Cupid's bow, and your chin. So I'm going to do the inside corner of my eyes and take this down the side of my nose. I also like to go right under my contour to give an extra contrast. All right, we're done with that color. And now we have a road map drawn and we're just going to fill in with your main highlight color. Remember, we're still going to blend. I'm going to use the bunny tail end of the brush bronzer brush. And we are just stippling this makeup, tapping it in, starting lightest to darkest. And last, I'm going to work on my contour on my cheeks. One of the great things about Seint makeup is you can build coverage. So that means you can go back and touch up, add more, whatever you want to do to get exactly the look that you like. And I like a little heavier contour than that. So I'm going to go back with the bunny end of my 3D brush and stipple on some more contour. And I'm doing this very lightly. Now analyze right here. Where do you want more coverage? I want more coverage right here. So I'm going to build with my main highlight color a little more coverage right here. I also want a little right up here. Okay, so make sure you're pulling this down your neck. You want a beautiful blend into your neck. I'm going to warm this color up a little bit with bronzer. If your look isn't as warm as you like it, grab your bronzer and just give yourself a little warmth. And think about where the sun would kiss your face. So I'm just adding a little warmth to this look. Bella bronzer is a must-have in your palette. And then we're definitely going to drag this bronzer right down my neck. And this is really going to help blend your neck and your face. If you're using more than this, it's too much. Just the tiniest bit on your brush. I just warmed up my whole look right there with Bella bronzer. Contour my nose just a little more. Keep working with your makeup till you get exactly the look you want to look. The colors we're going to use, the first color is Pup. So I've already primed my eyes, and I'm going to use the fluffy end of my brush and just tap on Pup. This is going to set the primer, and it's also going to give us a little base color to work with. We're going to use the dome end of the brush, and we're going to work with London. And we're just going to transition. So leave your eyes open and start very gently with these colors because they're heavily pigmented. And we're just doing a little soft transition color here. So when you're doing your practice makeup, take lots of pictures so you can tell what you like and what you don't like about your look. Then we're going to blend, do a soft blend. Once you blend, you can see where you might want to go back and touch it. We're going to work with Midnight. Go into the dark color Midnight. Create a little drama here. Depth and drama. We're still using matte colors. And you can get as dramatic as you want here. We're almost doing a little V here. And then let's give that a soft blend. We're going to clean these eyes up for a second so we can see where we're at. I'm going to use the multitasker brush and just go right here. I'm using my main highlight color, which is closest to my skin. We want to make sure the attention is drawn up, and we accomplish that. Blend our makeup here. Next, we're going to grab Drift. This is a soft sheen color. And we're going to drag just a little drift right onto our eyelid. And also we're going to go right in the corner here. And look how we just brightened this eye. Drift is a must-have in your palette. And then we're also going to take Drift right at the corner, right at the top of this line, and soften it just a little bit. We may revisit this once we finalize our eyebrows. We're going to line our eyes with Midnight. So you don't want your brush really, really wet. You can tell that I line with this color all the time. Push this liner right at the base of your lashes, especially if you have hooded eyes. It's going to give your lashes a more voluminous look, and it's also going to take up less real estate on your eyelid if you're doing it right at the very edge of your lashes. Make sure you have a nice, smooth line. We forgot to add drift to this eyelid. We may need to go back and retouch this eyeliner. By cleaning up our eyes, we already have given our eyes kind of a cat eye look, which you want the attention to be drawn up. And I'll show you a little trick you can do with your eyeliner, since if you have hooded eyes, you're not going to do a wing. If you connect your liner right here and do just a short little V, it's going to draw the eye up even more. So I'm feathering this line. And I'm going to do this. I'm doing this with a little bit of London. So you don't have an abrupt stop. But I also don't want to go all the way under my eyes. I don't want to go all the way in and close off this eye. So I'm going to use my contour cream to fill in and line brush. If I had eyebrows, I would comb them up. There's hardly anything here. And then just start filling in. Okay, once you get those the way you like them, then go in with the small end of one of your brushes and use a little darker color to set your eyebrow. And since this is event makeup, we're going to go in and sharpen the edge of this brow. I'm using my main highlight color here. All right, let's look at any areas that I might need some dimming. I'm gonna take a really pale pink color and go right at the top of my eyes and watch that open my eye up. Just really gently. You can do this with nude, you can do it with white, and this is gonna settle. Just open your eye up. Next, I'm going to work with a yellow-orange color and work right where there might be a little bit of purple showing through. I have more discoloration on this eye than I do the other. And since we're doing event makeup, I'm going to go right into the corners of my eyes and take out any discoloration that's left there. I'm going to use nude on my lip first. So I'm going to outline it. I'm using my multitasker brush. I don't go all the way down, all the way to the end on the top lip. because I don't want to drag that down. And then I'm going to use the Maui. And turn that into a really soft, neutral look. And then I'm going to set this lip with Angel's Landing eyeshadow. And I also just gave it a little bit of frost. Let's work on these cheeks. I'm going to use a fluffy brush, and I'm barely going to tap into this nude color. And I'm just working right through here with it. Then I'm going to go in with Maui and do sort of an ombre blush. We want to set this makeup and we're going to give it a flawless finish all at the same time. So take your setting spray and your favorite pre-moistened blending bud, and we're going to go right under these eyes first. Work really carefully here. And then we're going to pounce the rest of our makeup. We're applying, oh, this smells divine. All right, so now you've a flawless finish and you've set your makeup, but what about these eyes? You want this eye look to stay with you, so do the same thing with your setting spray. Spray a little in your hand and then get your this is a fluffy brush and you don't want much here, and you're gonna tap this eye look. You're gonna tap your eyelid. Ever so slightly your brows. You are set, ready, and good to go. If you'd like a color match, text unicorn to the number above.